Hi guys. Hi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Have you guys seen that meme that just says that I don't know if it's a girl or a boy that just says welcome back?
Hello family members and welcome back to my channel.
Anyway, that has been the meme in my head for the past couple of days, but rightfully so because I started YouTube, guys. I actually legitimately started YouTube. So first of all, let's do this. If this is your first time ever seeing coming across my face, coming across this channel, thank you so much for coming. Please sit down, relax, enjoy. Let's journey through this thing called life together. If you've seen this channel more than once, welcome back to this channel. If you've seen it twice, thank you, because that means you've seen all the videos that I've put out, and for that I am extremely grateful. I don't know how to put it to words how grateful I am, but I'm grateful. So thank you so much for journeying with me. Thank you so much for sticking to this channel. I don't even know the words to use, but I'm grateful. Okay, so why YouTube? I feel like that question is so loaded, and the reason why is because I wanted to do YouTube since I was 16, 17. So my first year in undergrad, my second semester, I I just fell in love with YouTube, and I was like, this is something I want to do. Like, I enjoy the idea of creating videos, of recording, of making memories and things like that, and I loved to do it. I just didn't, right? And so for those of you that know the OGs before IG, actually there was IG then, but for those of you that know, I actually started YouTube in 2017. Actually, I started YouTube in 2017. At the time I think I was 20, or yeah, I was 21. I had just clocked 21, and I just came back from the US. I went for a summer work program, so I came back. I was so ready. I had all the equipment, meaning like a good camera, a good phone camera at the time, and I was so ready to do it. But I wasn't consistent, and I gave up. And so 2 years ago I was like, you know what, I'm going to start this thing again. And I tried. I recorded the video. It was edited. My friend helped me to create a channel and everything, like the front cover, the ending reel, all of those things. And I was just like, I don't know. I think the fear of being consistent crept in a little bit, and I didn't do it. So 2023, 2024, and then 2025, I had a couple of people that were like, oh, you should do YouTube. Oh, you should do YouTube. Oh, da 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 da. And honestly, like, I thought about it deeply. Like, I thought about it, but I was just like, one thing that happened for me in 2024 was I learned what it meant to be consistent. And so giving my all to things, I saw myself do that in the year 2024 and 2025. And I feel like that kind of just changed my perspective a lot, that I could be consistent in something. And so with that mindset, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this thing. And I did. I did. Well, I'm doing. So let's hold that thought for a second. All right, I'm back. So, and I'm doing. And this has been a very exciting journey for me because I'm pushing myself. Like I said, I learned consistency, and I'm trying to practice it, especially in this area. And so help me God, I would be consistent. So help me God, I would be entertaining. So help me God, I would be myself and be honest. And I think that that is a priority for me. A very important priority for me. To be honest and to be genuine. Okay, so now that that's aside, let's tackle the elephant in the room, sort of. A lot of people that are following my channel now, you are people that know me personally. And for a lot of you, you did not know that I moved to Canada. So I've moved to Canada officially. I moved I want to say a month and a week ago, actually. I moved on the 20th of September, 2025. What happened? Like, okay, some of you don't have context. So I was born in Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria. I did my elementary, my high school, and my undergrad. I did my primary school, my secondary school, and my university in Nigeria. Bro, I did that in Nigeria and I moved to the US for my master's program in 2019. I did my master's in human resource development and I worked in the US for 4 years after that. So I was in the US for about 6.5 years. And within that time frame, I got a master's and an MBA in the United States. And so in 2024, January 2024, I met a man who is now my husband. So you can say I moved because of man. I met a man who is now my husband, an amazing man. And so in 2024, I met him. We started dating in April. In December, he proposed to marry me. And in April, we got married. So we did our court wedding in April and it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was intimate. And then I want to say in May or June, we did a party with our closest friends and family in the United States. And that was so beautiful as well. Now, where does moving come in? Okay, so in April 2025, after the day after my husband and I got married, he filed for me. He filed he filed for me to get a Canadian permanent residency. And for those of you that know, the timeline for that is really long, but as God will have it, God really favored my family, my husband and I. And so when he was called into the pool, he added me into his application because we got married. He got called into the pool in November, actually. No. In June, I think the first time. And some things happened and it didn't work out. And it was something very, very little. And we were like, oh my God, like what's going on? How did this happen? Da, 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 da. My husband is the kind of person that he is the kind of person, not even a kind of person. He's the kind of person that if things don't work out, he always believes that there's a reason. Sometimes I get a little bit worried, but he's like, there's a reason, there has to be a reason. There's, da 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 da. And I was like, okay, cool. So that happened in November. And then in January, like as God will have it, he got called again. And then when he got called, he started putting his applications, everything. I think it was that January. I think it was February or early March. And so within that time, we're like, okay, we're getting married in April anyway. Once we get married, he's going to admit his application, which he absolutely did. The next day, we submitted the application. And I think in May, I got a call to do my biometrics and my health my medicals in May. I got a call to do my biometrics and my medicals. And oh my God, one thing that stressed me a lot was the fact that I think a lot of people don't move from the US to Canada, which I understand because it's kind of like similar countries, right? And there's this belief that there are more opportunities in the United States, which I don't think they're wrong. But God has favored me and my husband so far, so I can't really complain. And so during that period of time, I remember just like looking for resource and trying to find things online, like going to postal offices. I went to like so many postal offices and they were not getting it right. Like to get like your medicals done or all of those things, like I had to go to Pennsylvania and go like all the way, like guys, it stressed me out a lot. And I hope I'm able to be a resource for some of you that have this plan to come to Canada. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the grammar, to come to Canada. But it was very stressful for me. One day I was just on my bed and I was just crying like, oh my God, like this is stressing me out. And we'll get to all that conversation later. But I remember in May, I had to do all my medicals, my documentation, my biometrics. And then I think in June, they had asked me to submit my passport and my passport picture and everything. That period lasted for like, I want to say about a month, where there was we sent our passports like 3 times. There was back and forth just on passports. Like getting the passport done was so much back and forth. It stressed me out. Like I'm not even lying, like it stressed me out. And I'm very like, I'm going to try away. Like I'm very, very persistent. I don't give up easily. And so I'm always very push, like let's figure it out, let's do it. But that stressed me. And I'm glad that I didn't give up. I'm glad that I continued pushing because it all paid off in the end, right? And so I want to say like it took about 3-ish months for them to start, no, 2 months for them to start asking for my document. And about 4 months for me to actually get my confirmation of permanent residency. So in August, my birthday was August 22nd. August 23rd, I got my confirmation of permanent resident, like the actual documents. And so my husband and I had gone for a wedding. And while at the wedding, a friend had my friends, Olomachi and To, shout out to you guys. They had texted us and we're like, oh my God, it's here. And so when we got back home, we opened it and there was so much emotions in that. We'll get into that later. Like that is something else to unpack. And so that happened on the 23rd of August. Now, on the 26th of August, I got a job offer in Canada. Yeah. So I was in an interview process. I think I did 6 interviews for this particular position that I'm in. I love my job, by the way, just putting that out there. Like, this was really God's blessing for me. And so August 26th, I got that offer. And I think the next week I accepted the offer and I was just like, babe, we have to pack up our lives. I have to pack up my lives. My husband was there with me at the time. So it even made it more sentimental and more beautiful, right? And so I packed up my life. I packed up all my things, and in on September the 20th of 2025, I moved officially to Canada. Yeah. It's still something that I didn't think was ever going to happen until once I started dating my husband. Honestly, like the thought was very well planted. But prior to that, like I think I thought America was my final destination. And so the goal for both of us was that the first person to get their immigration documents sorted, the other person would move to that person's country. And at the time for me, America was kind of slower. And so that's why Canada kind of made sense for us. I trusted God and I allowed him to do what he was doing. And honestly, I say it to myself a lot of times that my name is my life. Like God has given me a gift. And so every time I see that in my life, the way God just plants things or does things, I'm a child of grace and favor. And speed has been something that God has shown me in my life, especially in the past few years. In 2023, I think things were okay. Like I had a really good job. Life was good. There were things I wanted from God, immigration wise, marriage wise, all of those things. But I just knew they were going to come. And in 2025, I'm at the other end of my prayer points, the testimony side. And it's just been God's goodness and God's favor. I don't know how to explain it. I was trying to go over the story in my head in the car and I felt like I almost teared up. I actually teared up because it was so emotional for me. But I'm so grateful to God because I don't think I'll be here without him. Not I don't think. I know I won't be here without him. I know that his plans for me are great. And I know that his plans for you are great too. The Bible says all things work together for good for those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So I believe that that is your story too as well. Now, I'm going to open something that just came in the mail, which is my permanent resident card. It's so exciting. I'm going to open that now. And that's probably going to be the end of this video, but we're going to open it together. All right. Because I haven't gotten to open it yet. So let's get it. All right. So here I have the card. I'm not going to flip it over because my address and everything is there. Actually, it's not even my address. But I'm not going to open it because somebody's address. I'm going to use a knife because I don't have a letter opener. As you can see, it's from Canada. Let me see if I can show the front without showing like my details. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, here you go. And let's see what's inside. It says, thank you for choosing Canada. That's interesting. That's a very interesting way to put it, but it's not a lie. I chose Canada. God chose Canada. I think I'll put it that way. God chose Canada. God chose Canada. Choose Canada. Okay, so let's open the actual thing. The picture on this thing is so ugly, guys. And mind you, I took this picture a while ago, so I was chubby. I was chubbier in this picture. But yeah, Government of Canada. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll bring it closer a little bit. It says, enclosed is your permanent resident card. Ensure you carry it when you travel abroad, since you will be asked to show this card when entering Canada using any commercial airplane, train, bus, or boats. Please destroy your old PR card. I didn't even have one. But yeah, I am a Canadian permanent resident. Well, I've just gotten the card. I've been for the past 20 days. I came in on PR, but it was a confirmation. Let me see if you guys can see. The picture is so ugly, but it's okay. So I hope my story reminds you of God's goodness and God's favor. I hope you journey on this journey with me as we go through life. I was about to say, as we go through life, you see, but as we go through life, I hope that you enjoy this channel. Thank you for taking our time to watch this video. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for just watching me and thinking that I have something important to say. I spend a lot of time, I watch a lot of YouTube channel videos and I enjoy and benefit from a lot of them. And I hope that that's what this is for you as well. I'm not trying to do is aspire to perspire to inspire to Maguire, but genuinely speaking, I'm glad to be here. And I hope you had, hey, Oduduwa. Dang. And I hope you are too. Bye.